Alright guys, today we're making panna cotta. This is one of my absolute favorite Italian desserts. It's super easy, super delicious, and with different stunning visual presentations, you're sure to impress your friends at your next dinner party. Best part is, you can make it ahead of time so you don't have to stress. Let's get going. Alright, first we're going to start by dissolving one 7-gram package of unflavored gelatin in 3 tablespoons of cold water. Just let it soak in and set it to the side. Then put 2.5 cups of heavy cream in a medium saucepan and add a 1/2 cup of sugar. Just kind of mix it in, and then we're going to zest 1 lemon into it. If you don't have a microplane, I'll drop a link in the description. Then we're going to add about a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract and about a 1/2 teaspoon of strawberry extract and a tablespoon of strawberry preserves. Mix to combine and put on a medium-low heat. Once you start to see bubbles form around the edge of the pan like it wants to start simmering, turn the heat off and add your gelatin. Whisk until the gelatin is completely dissolved, and then we're going to add a 1/2 cup of buttermilk, the juice of the lemon we zested, and a pinch of salt. Then strain the mixture into a dish that's easy to pour out of. There are a lot of fun, playful ways to present this. I typically go with clear glasses of some sort, whether a martini glass, stemless wine glass, even rocks glasses work great. But you can also use bowls, ramekins, any sort of dish you have. Carefully pour the panna cotta mixture into your dish, being careful not to splash it on the sides. Let it rest at room temperature for about 20 minutes and then refrigerate. It'll take at least a couple hours for your panna cotta to fully chill and set. I typically do this the day before so that way I don't have to worry about it, but give it at least 4 hours. If you're going to leave it in there overnight, once it cools completely, cover it. You don't want to cover it when it's still warm because condensation will form on the plastic wrap and drip down and cause little imperfections. Now we're going to make a strawberry sauce. In a saute pan or small saucepan, add 100 grams of water, 100 grams of strawberry preserve, and 100 grams of sugar. Bring to a boil and reduce, stirring every so often to make sure it doesn't boil over. We want to reduce by about half. This will give you a nice syrupy consistency when it's chilled. Then pour into a dish and put in your refrigerator. I strained it after it chilled, but you can strain it before. Either way works fine. It doesn't have to be strawberry on strawberry on strawberry. It could be strawberry panna cotta with flavors that complement it. Strawberry banana, strawberry ginger, strawberry basil, make sure it makes sense with what you're serving it, but it doesn't have to be all the same thing on top of each other. We're also going to macerate some sliced strawberries. Take about 200 grams of strawberries with 100 grams of sugar and a teaspoon of vanilla. Toss the coat and put in the refrigerator. The sugar will break down the fruit, and as the liquid from the fruit leaches out, you'll get a little bit of a syrupy sauce. Another option is to dice the fruit really small, macerate with sugar, and I'd throw in some fresh mint. We almost make kind of a strawberry salsa, if you will. Now you can see after the fruit is macerated, the juice leaches out with the sugar and becomes super flavorful. Even if your strawberries aren't great, which these weren't, you get a nice, sweet, delicious flavor. Now I'm going to take the strawberry sauce we made and make a little bit of a pattern on here. You can put it on there any way you like. Now you can see I got a little drop where I didn't intend to. That's okay. Don't stress out about cooking. It should be fun. Part of being a chef is rolling with the punches and taking problems head on. So instead of being upset that I accidentally dripped the sauce in the wrong spot, I just kind of worked my pattern over that way and made it look like it was intentional. Cooking should be fun. You should not stress out about it. It's different when you work in a restaurant and you're doing a couple hundred covers a night. When you're just cooking at home, when you're just cooking for your family or friends or even just yourself, it should be fun. Don't stress. Mistakes happen. Learn from them, grow from them. Figure out ways to work around them. Now since we have a pretty sweet strawberry sauce on this, I didn't want to use the strawberries that we macerated and even more sugar. So I just took some fresh strawberries and cut them irregularly and just placed them on there. When you're building a dish, you want to think about texture. So we've got a smooth, creamy panna cotta, kind of a syrupy sauce. The fruit's relatively soft. So we needed some texture. We needed a bit of crunch. On this, I chose to go with pearl sugar. You can get flavored or different colors. This is just a plain white pearl sugar that gives it a nice crunch. But always be thinking about textures. You don't want to put soft with soft with soft, or crunchy with crunchy with crunchy. You want to have some contrast. Same with your colors. You don't want all your colors to be the same. You want a little bit of contrast if you can. Now on this one, I actually took this glass and put it on this little wooden stand I have for sprouting seeds. So it actually set up, you get that nice angled look on it. You could rig something up in your refrigerator or just lean it against something if you can. Then I put the macerated strawberries, and for crunch on this one, I used rock candy. I bought this online. It's just a plain white rock candy. I'll put a link in the description. You can get different flavors, but I just bought a plain one so I can use it for different things. But you could get a strawberry one, or whatever flavor panna cotta or whatever dish you're making. And on this one I use a stemless wine glass, and we're gonna put the strawberry salsa in the center, kind of try to pile it up the best I can. And then I went with the pearl sugar again for texture.